Let's go to the week 6 matchups. Commanders and Bears. And if you thought last weekend's Colts-Broncos game was lousy, I've got a treat for you. This Bears team is favored by 1 point. And through 5 weeks, they've only thrown 88 passes, which means they don't even throw the ball 18 times per game. For the Bears team, they're playing 1950s football. The amount of passes the Bears have thrown this season is the fewest team by any team since 1982. That was the year the NFL went on strike. So in a way, the Bears are kind of doing worse. And speaking of Cooper Kupp as well, he has more receptions alone this season than the entire Bears roster. Justin Fields is an exciting quarterback, and I know Bears fans are probably excited because they almost came back against the Vikings. The Commanders, where do I start? Here's where I start. Carson Wentz, yet another team. I know Philly, and then last year he's in Indy, and now he's in Washington. You're not going to fix a first-round quarterback. Really, Ryan Tannehill's the only guy who has gone to another team as a first-round pick where the other team's been able to salvage a career. Ryan Tannehill is the exception, not the rule. And I know Carson Wentz, it's like he's got all the gifts. But I can assure you this, I am certain about this. Of all 32 teams in the league that will need a quarterback in this upcoming draft, the Commanders are one team, the Panthers are another team. So if there's 5 quarterbacks, whether it's DJ Stroud or Bryce Young or the kid from Kentucky, there are several other good star quarterbacks out there. Point being, I know that the Panthers and I know that the Commanders are going to need a quarterback. So, man, it's going to be, sometimes it's so bad it's good. I cannot wait for this Thursday night matchup because, again, Colts-Broncos last weekend in a game that neither team scored a touchdown, and Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson have been to multiple Pro Bowls, and they still couldn't score a touchdown. We could have another absolutely brutal game on Thursday night. I'll take the Bears at home, but man, I've got my popcorn ready because we thought last weekend's matchup was bad. It could be another lousy game. We'll see. Ravens and Giants. The Ravens are a 5-point favorite on the road. And again, in my notes, are the Giants a good football team? I like what Brian Daboll's done over there. If the season ended right now, he would be my coach of the year. We'll see how long he lasts because the NFC East is somehow back. Eagles, Giants, and Cowboys all playing at a very, very high level. But the Ravens have a kicker named Justin Tucker, who is the league's best. He's the most exciting kicker. He's also the best kicker. If you get the ball like over the 50-yard line late in a game, that is such an advantage. In his lifetime, in the final minute of regulation, Tucker is 17 of 17. At what point is that broken? And for that reason, and with the way Lamar Jackson's playing, I'm going to take the Ravens on the road against the Giants. We will see. If the Giants win this one again, are they actually a good football team? This is the question I have every single week, but Brian Daboll's doing something special over there in New York. Give me the Ravens on the road as a 5-point road favorite. Again, 4-1 the Giants right now. These lines are interesting to me. Okay, Jets, Packers. Let me get a quick drink. Hang on. Jets, Packers. Packers are a 7-point favorite. Both teams enter the game 3-2. Packers appear to have a dominant defense, but you can run the football against this defense. And the Jets are coming off a 40-17 win against a Dolphins team that was looking very promising several weeks ago. Now, I know Tua has his concussion injury. The backup Teddy Bridgewater gets knocked out too. But it's a Jets team that finally drafted well too, because Sauce Gardner looks like a special player. Receiver Garrett Wilson is good. Tip your cap to Joe Douglas. The Packers at home, I don't know that they cover. I do think that they win. I think the Jets keep it close, but I think the Jets do cover in this game. Again, the Packers a 7-point favorite at home. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers, this offense, he can. The idea to me would be get the ground game going, and then when Rodgers needs to make plays, he can. But they're just missing one guy, and that shows you how special of a receiver Devontae Adams was. Again, this is why I mentioned the Packers as a destination for OBJ. But Give me the Packers to win at home. I'll take the Jets to cover. Maybe through the Packers money line in a parlay as well. And again, you could do that on betonline.ag. Let's go to the two best weekend matchups. Bills and Chiefs. Bills are a 3-point favorite on the road at Arrowhead in KC. And for the first time in his career, Patrick Mahomes is a home underdog. 41 career home starts. Patrick Mahomes has never been an underdog at home until this weekend. That includes the playoffs as well. Longest streak to begin a career in the Super Bowl era. That's how special Patrick Mahomes is. And I know the Bills have been so good this season, but at home in KC, the way that the Chiefs came out against the Buccaneers, and you saw how mad that they were from the Super Bowl loss. I think the Chiefs can do it again at home, and no lead is safe against this Chiefs team. Let me pull up the stat that I have. Following Monday night's win, the Chiefs are 12-9 with Patrick Mahomes as their starting quarterback when they have faced a 10-plus point deficit to start since the 2018 season. Let me read this again. After Monday night's win, the Chiefs are 12-9 with Mahomes as their starting quarterback when they face a 10-plus point deficit since the start of 2018. In that same stretch, all other opposing quarterbacks are 156 to 173 losses. That is a 15% winning percentage when trailing by 10 points. That's how special Mahomes has been. No lead is safe against the Chiefs. And if you could take one thing away from that Chiefs-Raiders Monday night game, everyone looks at a stat sheet and says, well, the tight end Travis Kelce scores 4 touchdowns, and that's special. But what it was to me was the red zone efficiency in which this Chiefs offense operates, led by Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy. And I'm looking at it right now in terms of touchdown percentage in the red zone. Chiefs rank 3rd in the league. It's the play design, it's the spacing, and it's the execution. And if you're another NFL team, watch what the Chiefs do in the red zone for how they operate as a team. This is going on for years about how to punch the ball in to the end zone. And this is a Steelers-based show. Steelers are 25th in league in red zone touchdown scoring efficiency. You scout your opposing team. You scout yourself on what you can do to get better and to improve. What about scouting a team that does it the right way? And that leads to Travis Kelce scoring 4 touchdowns. But the red zone touchdown efficiency with the Chiefs operate, to me, is very special. That being said, the Bills have been like scorched earth this season. I think Mahomes is a quarterback capable, though, of taking advantage of Micah Hyde is out for the rest of the season, star safety. We'll see about Jordan Poyer this week. Jordan Poyer was out against the Steelers in week 5. Does he play? He has 4 interceptions this season. Going into week 5, I know he was leading the NFL. I'm sure he's still at top of the defensive leaderboard in terms of interceptions in the league. That could be a key difference in this game. But Mahomes is a good enough quarterback, even with this collection of receivers, to take advantage of that. Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen with time in the pocket is scary. Now, Allen, too, I don't want to shortcut him, too, because he had almost 350 yards and 4 touchdowns at halftime against the Steelers. This game, 2 of the NFL's best. If we're lucky, it won't be the last time these two teams play this season. I'm going to take the Chiefs at home to win, meaning that they also cover. But I could see this game going either way, and you hope that these teams don't peak too soon, because the last time that they played, Chiefs go on and win, even though they had a lead with 13 seconds left in the game. In the final 2 minutes of the playoff matchup a year ago, the two teams combined for 25 points in the final 2 minutes of regulation. So I'm ready for this one. Bills at Chiefs. Should be heck of a matchup at Arrowhead. Last game, Sunday Night Football, Cowboys at Eagles, another showdown. So this weekend in week 6, I'd argue that we have 2 matchups featuring top 5 teams. It's really going to be the Eagles offense versus the Cowboys defense. And this Cowboys defense has been special. Very straightforward stat for you. Dallas has allowed exactly 1 touchdown in each of its 5 games this season. Mentioned Brian Daboll, giving him credit for Coach of the Year if the season ended today. If the season ended today, Micah Parsons would be Defensive Player of the Year, point blank period. He's been that special for the Cowboys. But with Hurts running the show, Eagles second in the NFL in total yards, 5th in total points. So what gives? I think the Eagles win a close one at home. I will take the Cowboys to cover, though. I think this game is going to be really close. But it comes down to, is this Cowboys defense actually legit, or is this Eagles offense actually legit? In the league right now, favors offense. So give me the Eagles at home. I think the Cowboys do cover. I think it'll be like a 3-point game.